All right, Kenman here, and today we have another unboxing from Molsect. They sent me a couple knives a week ago and sent me another one here. Let's get right into it. Check it out. Thank you to Molsect for sending this out for review. Let's check the box here. Nothing else. Boom, bag on the floor. Molsect, they are a new company here, 2024 to the knife world. Got about 8 models right now on their website. Got a link down in the description. Go check them out. I got a couple of them already. Here is my third. Which one do we have today? All right, so let's get into it. Box inside of a box. Inside of a box. Shut up, Dan. Let's see the knife. All right. Yeah, the first couple Molsects I got, I've been kind of testing them out, doing a couple opening some boxes, cutting some cardboard, doing some tests. Going to sharpen them up, resharpen them, put them through the ringer, see what I think about it. Liking them so far, though. We will look at them in a second. Which one do we have today? Let's just get it all out. Got this really cool pouch. All the knives from Molsect come with this interesting pouch. I like it. It's cool green. I like the way it's built with that connection on the side and the little clasp. We've got a pin. Molsect, first year, year 1. All right, a little sticker. Nice silver Molsect logo, Celica. And got the cloth. Get the whole experience here. Inside here is a chunk of paracord. I opened one of them already. Basically, it's like a 24, 36 inch, whatever piece of paracord that you can use to make a lanyard or something with. I'll just leave that in that wrap for now. Safety, assurance, warranty, information. There it is. And we have the knife. Ooh. Yes, indeed. There it is. This is the mini bag on the floor with a, oh, look at how glossy that looks. This is the Molsect Arch. Boom. Let's check it out. Soak it in. Ooh. So it has olive wood for the handles here. And I've talked about wood in the past. When you get a chunk of wood, you never know. They've got a stack of knives. Each piece of wood, how is it going to look as far as the grain from that tree? I think this one's pretty cool. It's got a nice little swirl. This is olive wood. Olive wood is a really high grade quality wood. A lot of woodworkers and stuff. I've made some stuff on the lathe with it. It's really cool. It's got a nice kind of a creamy color. The grain on here looks good. I'm digging it. Ooh, I like the way that feels. Wipe this dust off of here. All right, Kenman, what are we looking at? This is the Molsect Arch. The M756 is the model version. Just get her past there. We have that olive wood handle. Got a nice little line carved into the side there, a little groove, finger grooves for that first little choke up spot. And 14C 28N on the blade steel there. Nice, nice. Drops down pretty good. Flipper tab only on the action there. So just got that flip out, but it seems to be nice. Okay, let's take a look here. Blade is centered well, right? Nice and solid when it's open. Ooh, got a little stack of jimps right there. This little spot, this is one of those sort of choke up spots. You can get in here, and if you're pulling back on it, you can kind of choke up in there and do some work. It's fine. I kind of appreciate it when that one's just a little bit bigger, just a little bit wider. You'd have that less of a chance of kind of tagging yourself right there. But I'm kind of putting my finger in there pretty solid and not feeling a little bite, so that's not so bad. I do like it a little larger though, but just the size of this knife and holding it right here in the normal grip. I like the way the handle has this specific spot, boom, for your index finger. There's a little groove cut out on both sides, so both sides can kind of feel that drop and just let your finger rest inside of there, which then allows your thumb to sit right on those jimps. These are a nice little stack. I like a big stack of jimps. It could go out to there, but those feel good. It's got a nice grip to them. And holding them right there, I stretch my thumb out. Those jimps are nice. That feels good. You can get some nice push. Ooh, you can get that middle finger rest right in there really well. This is a pretty close to a full-size knife. What do we think about the look of this so far? I dig it. This is cool. I like that wood. Got to be a little careful with the right hand, with the left. The right, I can kind of, I suppose you can get that to drop into your thumb. And it gets caught right there. But you kind of have a little bit of a double detent where you got to get it past that to get her to drop fully. So if I'm going like that, we got to go just a little bit further. See how it's kind of kicking back up. Boom. Ooh, I like the way that handle looks and feels though. It is shiny. They must have put like a, see in the light there, very glossy. It's almost like they put a little bit of a clear coat over the top of it. It's not a raw wood, so it's probably definitely been like stabilized. So then you have less chances of cracking and splitting. It's a lot more protected as far as wood goes. Keep it a lot more solid, which I like. I do like the way just a raw wood also looks, but you have more chances of it splitting, cracking, things like that. This feels nice. All right, so the detent pulls it in right. Pretty solid. If you just do a normal light switch, it flips up really easy. If I try to just do a push button and fail, yeah, it still flicks out all the way. That's a pretty solid detent. It's just right there. I am noticing I'd like it to catch. There's this spot right here where it just sits right on that secondary spot. You need to get it past there to get it to drop the rest of the way. So it says Molsect on the clip. Cannot swap the clip to the other side, so lefties don't have an option for that. Although it doesn't stop me from picking up a knife, I still can get one, carry it in certain pockets, it'll be fine. See if I can get one to fail. Man, the detent is strong enough that it does flip out all the way. That is cool. It looks like the liners are just a little bit bigger offset of the wood, so you get this kind of just a slight groove. You kind of see the shadow of it right there, so you can feel that across the back. It kind of helps with the grip a little bit. I do like the way that feels. Enjoy these unboxings where I get some interesting knives I know nothing about. Very cool. New companies like Molsect. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. So branding, it's got just the Molsect on the clip right there. It says 14C28N on the blade. Nothing on this side, just the M for the captive pivot. They have that kind of milled out so the M sticks up or is raised. Well, it's flush, but it's raised compared to what's behind it. It's kind of carved down and in. Very cool look. That detent is excellent for this knife. I just wish I could get it just past that spot for closing it. You got to get a little more used to it. As you get right to there, if your thumb's in the way, that stops it right at that kind of a spot where you need to get it just a little bit further. And then it drops really nice. If you got your thumb low here, you can kind of get it low enough. Maybe when it hits, you almost have to get past that. I like this knife. I think it looks cool. All right, let's take some looks, measurements here. Not quite, just about full size. We're looking at 7 3/4 end to end blade. 3¼ right to that point, but you could say 3½ if you go to there, maybe the top. Cutting surface is 3 3/8 with just a little curve on the belly. Almost 4½. If you cut that angle from there to there, the longest point is 4½ on that handle. Nice user size. Blade thickness 11. Good thickness there. Carries, can't really tell. There is that little line. See that 11 carries out to about there, and then you've got that grind. Ooh, it feels nice and sharp. Nice point, straight point for just getting, it's real easy to kind of get that in where you need it to go for getting some pokey cuts. All right. Handle, battery is almost dead, 0.55. How many more videos will I make and say the battery's almost dead? 1.17 thickest point of the handle there. So yeah, it's not quite full size, but pretty close. I do a comparison with the CJRB Pyrite. That one is a not quite full size. You can see the Molsect arch is just a little bit bigger. Not quite a 1/4 inch on the front and the back versus that Pyrite. Pyrite's a nice little button lock. Good EDC. Nice size. Very similar to like the Kaiser Drop Bear. Same thing, just a little bit smaller on the front and the back. These are great EDC daily carry sizes. This is just a little bit bigger, pretty much close to full size. The other Molsects I got, this is the Orbit. Orbit's really nice. It's been growing on me quite a bit. Getting a little dirty. I've been using it. It is a front flipper only, so a little bit more work on getting the opening. Some people don't like the front flipper onlys. I'm cool with it. I collect knives, so I like them all, but holding this in the hand and using it, I love the tip on this. It cuts well. It's got that hollow grind on this one. Does feel really nice in the hand. Orbit is just a little bit smaller, maybe almost a little more than 1/4, almost a 1/2 inch on the handle, but the blade is really almost the same size. The other Molsect I got is a beast. I'm going to zoom out. This is the Jungle. Oosh. This thing is huge. They all have the same 14C28N blade steel, which is great. I like the 14C. It's a good budget to mid-grade kind of steel that works good, holds an edge fairly well. Looks nice. I'm good with it. Just depends on how they get the heat treat. We'll test out Molsect and see how they've done. But the Jungle is an absolute hog. I like the scales, have that kind of snake skin, but definitely huge. 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch bigger here, solid inch bigger on the blade. Molsect is making a little bit of everything. I mean, we'll get all 3 of them out right here. Very interesting line. Like I said, if you go to their website, I believe they have 8 models to choose from right now. Some pretty cool stuff. Everything in between. You want a front flipper, you want a flipper tab. They have some button or some thumb studs. It's, like I said, several different versions of knives. A little bit of something for everybody there. I appreciate Molsect for sending this out to review and check out. I will carry it around and enjoy it. It does feel really nice in the hand. I'm excited to cut some stuff with it. Anybody got a Molsect already? Which ones have you picked up? Tell me about it. Oof. Excited to test with this one for sure. Stay sharp. See you soon.